NCLB. And I'd like to know, insofar as reforming NCLB, what your opinions are or what you would look to do.
I think it needs to be reformed, and I think it needs to be fixed. I'm not prepared to abandon it. I have had town hall meetings where people have said, just scrap the whole thing. I think then that means you go back to the status quo before we passed it, and obviously I don't think that was satisfactory. I think there's some good things that need to be preserved, gauging performance of schools and individuals and teachers, and I'm able to know my child and my child's school's performance is matched up with that of the state of New Hampshire or any other state in America. We've got to place more emphasis on rewarding good teachers and rewarding good schools and good principals. And we need to find bad teachers another line of work. I think that there are certainly certain ethnic attitudes where non-English is not spoken, where we have to take in consideration those particular unique situations. I also feel strongly that we must fully fund special education programs. Cindy, by the way, was a teacher of special education and has given me some awareness. And by the way, it's a job. I think there's a lot of jobs I could do in America. That's not one of them. That takes a special kind of love and talent. But let me also just briefly say that one of the complications now is this terrible increase in autism. And autism is on the rise in America. We don't know what's causing it, but we got to find out what caused it, and it's going to increase these IDEA funding requirements. If we're going to pass a law that calls for a program, then we should fund that program, or we should not pass the law that says we should fund it. And what we've done is put a terrible burden on the state and local sources of revenue because we mandate it from the federal government and then don't fund it. So I want to promise you I will fix it, Republican and Democrat together, but also I'm not going to mandate programs that we're not going to have the federal government pay for, and I'm not going to have the federal government pay for an expansion of government unless we have a way of revenue to pay for it and stop these unfunded mandates. There's a gentleman right here. Yes, sir.